Hey everybody, Thacia here with Legacy of Light in conjunction with One Love Wellness Center here in Menasha, Wisconsin, coming to you for one of my 365 days from my heart to yours. And I'm just going to be reading a passage from If the Buddha Dated by Charlotte Castle. And it's talking about staying loyal to your journey. So, your daily life is your temple and your religion. Whenever you enter into it, take with you your all. And that's by Khalil Gibran from the Prophet. You are unique in all the world. You have gifts, talents, strengths, and the capacity for a whole wide range of emotions, just as we have spring, summer, fall, and winter, just as oceans rise and fall, just as the moon waxes and wanes. You have an inner world that is fluid and shifting. You have a rich potential to feel love and hate, joy and sadness, tenderness and passion. Your journey is to know yourself. Staying loyal to your journey means you never abandon yourself by compromising your integrity or discounting your intuition or the signals that come from your body. The knot in the gut, emotional detachment, or the loss of energy signals something amiss. You learn to realize when you hit your edge, when you feel backed up against the wall. Scared to see what you see, know what you know, or feel what you feel. When people hit an edge, they usually run away by going numb, or distracting themselves, changing the subject, counterattacking, overindulging in food or drink, or blaming. We may hit an edge when someone hurts us, or when someone loves us more than we love ourselves. It's harder for many people to allow love to pierce their heart than to have it chaotic or a painful relationship. To be loyal to your journey is to care for yourself and remember that at your center you are a luminous essence capable of compassion and love. Buddhists use many images to describe our inner perfection: the sun behind the clouds, a pot of gold underneath the ground, a jewel that is buried in the mud beside the road. Using the jewel image, we can remember that the precious stone is beautiful, radiant, and shining. But unless someone digs it up, washes off the mud, it cannot shine or be appreciated. Most of us have coverings over that jewel that is within us, the false belief that masks or blocks our connection with our perfect sense. According to Stephen Walensky of the Tao of Chaos, we all start life as an essential being, completely spontaneous and free without memories or association. He writes, as we are conditioned, programmed, and taught how to look, how to be, how to behave, how to act, how to imagine, how to feel, how to think, our essence becomes submerged between two identities. Or all the identities, that we take on. We learn to please mom, smile for company, get good grades, and make endless adaptations, to be noticed and loved. Eventually, we will lose contact with our essence and even come to fear it. According to Walensky, an identity, if it enters this emptiness, imagines annihilation, non-existence, or death. The inner emptiness is the inner essence which we all seek and which contains essential qualities like love, peace, power, invulnerability, and so on, and which is an intrinsic in the nature of essence. A question Stephen Walensky posed at a workshop to help people feel their essence was this: without mind, memory, or associations, what is love? I drew a complete blank in response to his question, because without mind, without memory, or without associations, there is only essence. So staying loyal to your journey means learning to recognize the adaptations of the identities that we have adopted to survive and to please others. We need to first acknowledge them and recognize they are only coverings over our essential being. They are the voices that say, be careful, don't get too close. You can't trust anyone. Who needs love anyhow? They are the ways we protected ourselves as children, but we are no longer children. We can now see beyond our childhood perceptions of safety. As we loosen the grips of these identities and stop believing that they are real, we become freer to resonate with the heart of a lover, the touching, the giving, the receiving, and the connecting. And Rumi writes, the spiritual path wrecks the body and afterwards restores it to health. It destroys the house to unearth the treasure, and that treasure builds it better than before. To be loyal to our journey is to know the rhythm, the tone, and the pulse of our essential inner world, the song that is ours alone. When two people bring that richness of their inner music to each other, they bring the possibility of a new composition, the counterpoint. Harmony, voices weaving together, creating magical composition. If we're disconnected from the music of our essence, the attempts to find happiness through another's songs, there will be a dependency on the relationship and without harmony. So to find harmony with someone else, and this isn't just like a lover, to find harmony in any of our relationships, we need to first stay loyal to our journey and to always stay loyal to our journey and to find the essence within ourselves so that we know that all these parts of us are okay. And that we can share all these parts of us with another person. Because everybody has all these other identities, these parts, these fractals, these things that we've, put on to ourselves as, as we're growing up. Oh, I'll take that. I need that, in situations where, your feelings were hurt or something, then you kind of back off or you adapt a pattern to protect yourself so that this thing that happened doesn't happen again. So we just keep piling all this stuff on. And like she says, we're trying to please our parents. We're trying to please our friends. We're trying to, be quiet, do this, stand straight, follow the lines, do what everybody else is saying. And what we really need to do is stay true to ourselves and to start peeling off those layers and continually checking in with our heart to ask what direction we should go in. What is the best for me? What is my highest good? Instead of what a lot of people do, and I know I did it for a long time, is like, oh, what's good for everybody else? I should do that. Make sure they're all okay. While a majority of the time I was suffering, on the inside. I didn't let it show. But it's okay for us all to be concerned with our journey and to not falter from our journey and our path and to stay loyal to that and to not be distracted and to not counteract ourselves or overindulge or, do the blaming. Once you recognize these things, you can see that it's a space that you need to come into alignment with and to love it, thank it, and let go of your attachment to it so that it can come into alignment with you and you can find that balance and that beautiful space that is created when you follow your heart and you don't falter from your journey because of something that has happened in your circumstances or somebody else says to you. And a lot of these things that, if something triggers you, then, oh, okay, good. I need to look at that. Why did that trigger me? What is in, my field or my past or my remembrance that doesn't belong there anymore, that I can let go of that attachment to. Instead, of getting upset or frustrated with it, you can look at it positively, like, oh, good. I can let this go now. This is coming to me. This is triggering me so that I can let it go and I can continue to stay loyal to myself on my journey. And I can bring, as Khalil says, I can bring my all into my everyday. And bringing your all is embracing and loving and facing everything that's in your reality. And to seek your truth. And what feels right to you in your heart. So stay loyal to your journey and whatever that looks like for you. And don't compromise. So I love you all. And just know, as always, that you are eternally adored. For just being the magnificence of who you are. For just being you. So have a beautiful day. And remember to stay loyal to you, yourself, and your journey. All right, love you.